like taking communion twice at Mass, once so I could receive the body of Christ, and once so my buddy could take a picture of me receiving the body of Christ. Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 9 of Clay's Corner. I'm back in the regular corner of my house. We have new paint on the walls, we have new blinds, and thus have to be much more careful with my entrances going forward. For today, and yes, there is a reason why I'm wearing this really tight shirt, I want to talk about World Youth Day and how it changed my life. As we speak, hundreds of thousands of pilgrims are descending upon Krakow, Poland for World Youth Day, including almost 500 pilgrims from the Archdiocese of Vancouver. In fact, we are the biggest Canadian delegation in Poland. And although I'm not in Poland for the actual World Youth Day, I was blessed to go back in February on a scouting trip or pre-inspection tour, so to speak. And thus, I'm following with great interest the pictures and the video and the stories of all the pilgrims that are there now, as I got to go to visit a lot of those places just 5 months ago. Yes, World Youth Day can be stressful, it can be tiring, and it's certainly resource draining when you look at the time, the energy, and the money spent in the months leading up to the pilgrimage. But there are so many blessings. Vocations are born from World Youth Day. Careers stem from it. And of course, there's transformation of the heart. I want to quickly share with you my World Youth Day experiences. Now, I've only been to 2. I only done the North American ones. I must be some sort of wimp or something. But I went to Denver in 1993 and Toronto in 2002. Although they were only 9 years apart, they were night and day in terms of my expectations and my experiences. I went to World Youth Day Denver in August 1993, just 4 months after coming into the Catholic Church. Yes, I got baptized, my first communion, and confirmed at Easter time, April 1993. And then there I was, just 4 months later, with 400,000 other young Catholics ready to experience World Youth Day. And really, I didn't know what to expect. I was excited to see Pope John Paul II. I was excited to learn a bit more about my faith, but I was doing silly things like taking communion twice at Mass, once so I could receive the body of Christ, and once so my buddy could take a picture of me receiving the body of Christ. The theme of that 1993 World Youth Day was from John 10:10, I came that you might have life and have it abundantly. As a hyper and relatively immature 19-year-old, wait a sec, I'm still the same as a 42-year-old. It really was Catholic sensory overload. One of the biggest blessings from that World Youth Day was that I got to go to a Life Team rally. And there I was exposed to youth ministry for the first time. Little did I know that people like Richard and Zena and Christina from my home parish of St. Paul's were already looking at bringing in Life Team as its youth ministry resource. And thus, on November 5th, 1993, St. Paul Parish in Richmond was the first parish in Canada to launch Life Team. Fast forward 9 years to 2002. Gail and I are married, we had Sean, I had failed my professional accounting exams, and although I was still working at the firm in human resources, I was really discerning a career move. I went into the Toronto World Youth Day with a different mindset than 9 years prior. Sure, I was excited to see the Pope again, I was excited to be with young Catholics from all around the world, but this time I was admittedly a little more selfish. I wanted God to show me His will for my life. The theme for this World Youth Day was You are the salt of the earth, you are the light of the world, from Matthew 5:13-16. And you could say that I wanted God to show me how to be salt of the earth and light of the world, how to be a better witness to my faith, be a better husband, a better father, a better youth ministry leader, a better co-worker, a better friend. So even amidst all the joyful celebrations and spontaneous praise, I actually kept to myself a little bit more than I did 9 years prior. I was trying really hard to prayerfully discern God's will in my life. We came home, and less than 2 months later, I saw an ad for a job in the BC Catholic, Director, Office of Youth Ministry. I threw my name in. By the grace of God, I beat out some really strong people, and in December 2002, I was named the second ever Director of the Youth Ministry Office of the Archdiocese of Vancouver. 14 years later, with the addition of Young Adult Ministry, our office name has grown, our mandate has grown, and sadly, I've grown. It's kind of cool to think that these 2 World Youth Days, Denver in 1993 and Toronto in 2002, they bookended my parish youth ministry experience. And since Toronto, I've been working full-time for the Archdiocese of Vancouver in youth and young adult ministry. I'm very blessed to have what I consider a dream job. And I never would have guessed that as a young, immature, naive, yet very good-looking 19-year-old heading into World Youth Day Denver, that 23 years later, it would be my full-time job and calling. Recalling the theme of I came that you might have life and have it abundantly, well, I can certainly say that I'm blessed to have an abundant life. Join me in praying for all the pilgrims of World Youth Day 2016 in Krakow, Poland. that they may experience God's love and mercy, and that they may be transformed. Thanks for watching. I invite you to leave your feedback down below. We'll see you next time in the corner. God bless.